What is that? I couldn't get the intro video to stop. Oh, Lord.
That was funny.
But I made an intro video.
He did it all by himself.
I'm
so proud. I came home from work and he was like, "Look at this!" Like, oh my god, that's awesome.
I need a better intro. You're right.
What? Reggie, be good.
Reggie, be good.
He spent all day doing that.
Hey,
it's
Kelly.
cool.
I know how to make them now, so I can make a better
Making
one.
us dizzy. We couldn't figure out how to stop
Making me dizzy, trying to stop the damn thing. It was only supposed to go like 3 times. Damn.
That's funny.
We need the brakes on it. Yeah, we threw the brakes on there.
Oh, okay.
There's Jessica.
There we are. Yeah, what is going on? I kept hearing it and hearing it. I'm like,
how do I stop it? How do I stop it? I had it on loop, so I took it off loop, and then. Damn is right, Laura.
Oh.
So, a lot of interesting things have happened over the last 2 hours. MAB cray cray, yeah. Cannot disagree, Grandmammy Annie. Oh, yes.
Oh, you're welcome.
You're welcome. Tony will be missed. We'll miss Tony every day. Tony was one of the OG turtles. Helped me win Turtle on him and Red. So, we're going to listen to old Huda and Huda, whatever the hell her name is. Huda something. But I got some interesting updates after this. We go over this long form interview with Savannah.
Banana.
Let's see if I can do a better one. No. How about that? Yeah, that's better.
Take me back to the day. It was, I guess, a normal weekend for you.
Yeah.
The weekend your mom went missing. Tell me what you were doing and what happened.
Well, I had given Mike for Christmas a boys' trip to go play tennis. And so he had been gone for the weekend. So I took my kids actually to Carson's. Mm-hmm. So we had a beautiful, fun night together. And then I came home and really just got home at the same time that Mike came home. We were just saying hi, putting down our.
So she said night, right? Night?
We had a beautiful, fun night together.
We had a beautiful, fun night together. So it's at nighttime. Nancy went missing during the night, but it was 11 o'clock in the morning when Annie and Tommaso found out she was missing. Why is Savannah hearing it at night? We had a beautiful night.
And then I came home and really just got home at the same time that Mike came home. We were just saying hi, putting down our stuff, and the kids were running around. And my sister called me, and
sister called at night. Now, was this 4 or 5 hours after she spent the night at Carson's? No, no, she didn't. So 3 or 4 hours after her mother goes missing, Annie calls Savannah. That is strange. Huda man. Huda.
I said, "Is everything okay?" Mm-hmm. And she said, "No." She said, "Mom's missing." And I said, "What? Yeah. What are you talking about?" She said, "She's gone." And she was in a panic. I was in a panic. I'm like, "Call 911. Yeah. She's like, "I did. We called them. They're here." And we thought that.
Hey, Donna, I got it. I'm already 1 step ahead of you, honey. They're already here.
She must have had like some kind of medical episode in the night, and that somehow, the paramedics had come because the back doors were propped open. Back doors,
plural, propped open.
And that didn't make any sense. We thought maybe they came and there was a stretcher and they took her out the back, but her phone was there and her purse was there and all her things. And it just didn't make any sense. So, you know, Annie and Tommy had already called all the hospitals, but then I'm like, I'm going to call the hospital. So then I started calling the hospitals, and the police were there and talking to her at the same time. And it was just chaos and disbelief.
Within hours, Savannah was making the long journey home to Tucson.
You saw Annie and Cam when you got to their house. Tell me about that moment.
Just disbelief and hugging each other. And I think we were on the phone with the sheriff and
Stretcher out the back? Possibly. They might have brung I have a 73-inch ramp that folds up into a little square I bought for the dog. They could have used one of those. Could the sheriff's department or the search and rescue team or some of the volunteers prop the doors open? What the hell's going on?
Who's from? MAB, this is killing time. To accept, press 1. To
Hold
send
on.
a voicemail, press 2.
Hold on.
Call from MAB, this is killing time.
Hello. Hello. Hello? I don't think the phone, I missed that one. So I'm not turning phones on yet. So I'm going to turn it off for now. My damn mouse is fucking up too, so it's hard for me to navigate. Hold on, damn it. Now I got to share this again. Oh, great. Now this thing's fucked up. Hold on. I'll get it back here eventually. There we go. All right, no phone calls yet, but we'll do phone calls a little bit.
can't wander off. My mom, she was in tremendous pain. Her back was very bad. You know, she was trying to, on a good day, she could walk down to the mailbox and get the mail, but most days not. So there was no wander off. And the doors were propped open.
Yeah.
And there was blood on the front doorstep. And the Ring camera had been yanked off.
Yeah.
And so we were saying, this is...
Do something.
Why doesn't she even know her own? It's a Nest camera. It's not a Ring camera. What's up, Killing Time? Good to see you.
This is not okay.
Yeah.
This isn't... Something is very wrong here.
Yeah. Did you guys talk about what possibly could have happened? Like, what could have happened? What went down? Did you?
I think my brother... I mean, my siblings are so amazing. My brother, you know, he spent his career in the military and worked in intelligence.
He worked in intelligence. Is that her in a fighter pilot? In a fighter jet? Damn.
And he's a fighter pilot and is brilliant. And he saw very clearly right away what this was.
Yeah.
And even on the phone, when I called him, he knew.
He knew.
And he said, I think she's been kidnapped for ransom. And I said, what?
Yeah.
Well, why? What? And then, I mean, it sounds so like, how dumb could I be? But I didn't want to believe. I just said, do you think because of me? And he said, I'm sorry, sweetie, but yeah, maybe. But I knew that.
She already knew that. Damn. It's tough, Savannah. It's tough.
I hope not. I mean, we still don't know. Honestly, we don't know anything.
No.
We don't know anything. So I don't know that it's because she's my mom and somebody thought, oh, that girl, that lady has money. We can make a quick buck. I mean, that would make sense, but we don't know. But yeah, that's probably, which is too much to bear. To think that I brought this to her bedside. That it's because of me.
All famous people should have security threat assessments done on their families when they are high visual people like Savannah Guthrie or Joe Rogan or anybody that's high visibility. You do a threat assessment and then you take that advice and you implement the suggestions, like put cameras with a subscription, put a security person out there. Doesn't cost that much when you have $40 million.
Do I need protection?
Yeah, you're going to need protection, especially because of your teeth.
We should have insurance on my teeth.
You have insurance on your teeth.
Insurance on your brain.
Yeah, I'm a genius. Jenna Bush works with Savannah. Is that like Jeb Bush's kid? But yeah, there should have been a threat assessment done. There should have been advice given, and it should have been taken, but it wasn't.
And I just say, I'm so sorry, Mommy. I'm so sorry.
It's too late, sweetie.
I'm sorry to my sister and my brother and my kids and my nephew and Tommy and my brother-in-law. I'm like so sorry. I'm so sorry. If it is me, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We want to thank all of you for the prayers for our beloved mom.
In the initial days, you and your sister and brother sat together.
Huda is just too much. Hey there. Excellent YouTuber. I don't always chat, but I'm always here. Thanks, Sheila. Duggan. I know Duggans. One of my best friends was named Kenny Duggan from Cupertino, California.
In all the despair, you sat and managed to think of words to say. How were you able to do that in that moment?
What's up, Keisha Sheets? Good to see you, sweetie.
Well, my siblings are amazing. And we are a unit. And I talked about how brilliant my brother is, but my sister is equally brilliant and also has special powers of.
Annie has special powers. And Tommaso is the manifester. I don't know what the hell that means, but damn, don't sound good.
Intuition and faith and language and depth and heart. And I feel like we came together with all these beautiful gifts that came from our mom and dad and from God. And somehow together we did our best to come up with the words to say.
Right? Spooky, huh, Adam?
And I haven't posted one thing or said one thing that the three of us haven't decided together. It is surreal. It's how is it possible that we are having to make a video speaking to a kidnapper who took an 84-year-old woman in the dead of night in her pajamas with no shoes.
How do we know it's pajamas and no shoes unless you had to go to the dentist today? Oh no. Mrs. Mab knows about that. How did you know she didn't have shoes on, and how do you know she was in her pajamas? How did they know that? There is a dark side to those people. Sub up, y'all. We're almost at 2,500. Sub it up. Damn it.
Without her medicine, this little person.
That little person supposedly weighed 150 pounds. That's a lot of weight. That's Mrs. Mab plus 40.
And to beg for mercy.
In the days that followed, multiple notes demanding payment were sent to various media outlets.
And the first ransom demand was done by a man named Derek Kalella, secret mutilator, who knows Annie and knows Tommaso. Tommaso and him played in the same venues in Tucson over a number of years. I know they knew each other, so don't give me that they didn't know each other and this guy just looked him up on Google. That's bullshit. I stole this background from Dolly. He laughed when I showed it to him.
The ransom notes or ransom requests came. Did you believe those to be real?
There are a lot of different notes, I think, that came. And
There were a lot of different notes that came, and I didn't read all of them. If my mother was kidnapped and there was 20 notes, I damn well would have read every single one of them 10 times over. All right?
I think most of them, it's my understanding, are not real, and I didn't see them.
I didn't see them? Your mother's kidnapped and there's ransom notes sent and you didn't even see some of them? That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy.
But, you know,
Man,
the person that would send a fake ransom note,
you can only hype a video after it's done killing time.
really has to look deeply at themselves.
Yeah.
To a family in pain. But I believe
No,
the two notes that we received, that we responded to,
Mhm.
I tend to believe those are real.
Really?
Mhm.
When the Ring camera video surfaced and you could see who that person was, just tell me what you thought when you saw those images of the person who took your mother.
I mean, it's just absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
It's just totally terrifying. And I can't imagine that that is who she saw standing over her bed.
That's right, Cindy Lou. I'd read every damn one of them. You looked Dominic up, said he was arrested on February 5th. No update.
I can't. It's too much.
Yeah.
And I'm glad and grateful to the investigators and the technology companies that were able to find that video.
Mm-hmm.
To, I hope, at least with people of good heart and compassion, stop the irresponsible and cruel speculation that had started to swirl.
Let's talk about that for a minute.
I'm glad that people saw what came to our door.
When you talk about the cruel speculation, the whispers, the innuendo that it was somebody in your family, how did you weather that?
It's unbearable.
Yeah.
And it piles pain upon pain.
Well, there's a motive, all right, killing time.
There are no words. There are no words. I don't understand. I'll never understand. And no one took better care of my mom than my sister and brother-in-law.
And why the hell didn't they have a subscription to the damn Nest camera? $40 million and no subscription? What the hell's wrong with you people? I'm sorry.
And no one protected my mom more than my brother.
Your brother was 4,000 miles away. There's no way he could have done anything.
And we love her, and she is our shining light. She's our matriarch. She's all we have.
Savannah and her family stayed together in Arizona for weeks as the media coverage grew more intense.
We had to move houses many times because
I don't believe they had to move houses a bunch of times. Nobody even knew where they were. And if they did, they were in an Airbnb in a locked, gated community. I don't know where that came from, but I don't think anybody knew where they were.
people came, and not everyone is respectful, unfortunately. And there was a night we had to leave in the dark in the desert.
This is drama, in my opinion. This is just drama, all split up into little sections so they could get clicks and views for NBC.
Holding hands, me and my sister and brother and I.
Ratings.
Get into a car waiting for us because the people outside were closing in. So we found a place that was safe, and then we couldn't really leave too much. So like those days are a blur.
Yeah.
Crying and praying.
How did your family feel about the way the investigation was conducted?
Well, it's still going.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
people have worked tirelessly. And we see that. But we need answers.
Yeah, where's Nancy, damn it?
We cannot be at peace without knowing. And someone can do the right thing. And it is never too late to do the right thing. And our hearts are focused on that.
You speak about your mom always in the present tense.
Yeah.
Yeah, Savannah's husband, Michael, where's he? I have a picture of him with Epstein.
I mean, she is present tense to me.
Do you feel her, or have you heard her any moments?
Yeah, a little bit.
Tell me about your mommy. Just tell me about her.
My mom she's incredible. She's resolute and strong. Quiet strength, quiet faith, but hard fought. She's funny and a little mischievous, I would say, in her humor. She's a noble creature. She does what's right. She walks in faith, but not a fake, pious, put on faith, but like a grounded, earthy, she fought for it, faith.
When you posted Please Pray in the beginning, the ocean of love and prayers, did you feel that? Did you sense what was happening?
I do feel prayers, I do. I believe that. I think she would have been just amazed, just truly amazed.
One of the images that stayed with me through all of this was you and Annie and Tommaso walking up and looking at the flowers and at the notes.
That note was creepy, if you ask me. We were standing on ash, scorched earth. Oh, there it is.
As I saw that, I thought, I wonder if Savannah's going inside, and what that must have felt like for you to go inside of your mom's, your childhood home, your mom's house.
Yeah, I mean, this is a house that we grew up in. It's really the only house I've ever known and remember. So we moved there when I was about 4, I think.
Gotcha.
It's the house where I came home on a Friday night at 16, and my mom and sister were on the couch praying and told me that my father had died. It's the house where all of our memories are, good and bad. So it's hallowed ground.
Yeah, Michael was a very busy fixer for the Clintons. I hope you guys don't sell that house where your whole life was built. Do not sell that house.
My mom loved and treasured that house. In good years and lean years, they were able to hold on to that house. That's my mom's safe haven. It's really hard to see that violated, and the terror that she must have felt is unbearable. It's unbearable.
Turtle Gang!
Me, while you were
Sweetie.
spending all this
Appreciate you, Turtle Gang. Beautiful.
time in Tucson, your kids were home. What do they know?
Well, it's so hard with kids because, you know, you want to protect them. Dale would write me all the time, Mama, any leads? Do you hear anything? You know, any hope? And I think that, you know, we tried to talk to them and try to give them a little more certainty than we have, to let them grieve. And for my little nephew Olmo too, you know, there's just a way in which this is even so much harder. And Annie and Tommy and Olmo, because they're there.
They're there, yeah.
And they were there every day for my mom.
Except for the subscription.
They made it possible for her to.
What was that shirt they were wearing? Were they wearing the same shirt?
Even so much harder. And Annie and Tommy and Olmo, because they're there.
They're there, yeah.
And they were there.
What is that shirt with the little thingy on it? I wonder.
There every day for my mom. They made it possible for her to stay in the house we grew up in that she loved so much. I think she always stayed in that house because I think she still felt my father there.
Got it, you guys. Thanks.
All our memories.
Christmas tree.
You know, let her have her space. And there's just a way in which this is just even more excruciating for them and all that they've been through.
I know it was a hard decision for you, and I know you told me about this, was coming back here, leaving Arizona to come back to New York. Why was that so difficult, that choice?
I looked out the window of the airplane and just thought, where are you?
Yeah.
That desert, that beautiful desert that she loves. Where are you? How could I leave you? But my mom taught me a lot about grief. Our family knows grief. My father passed when I was 16 years old. He was only 49. It was a shock.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. The Karens in that neighborhood.
And I remember my mom saying in those early days when Daddy died, like, you have to get up and decide and do. Just decide and do. And I'd read that in a book that meant a lot to her and her grief. And so I always remember that. So I'm trying to decide and do. Just get up and decide and do every day. You know, I've felt terrible grief, and I felt unfathomable love and comfort. The goodness and kindness of God is remarkable, and in equal measure to my sorrow. Wow. She showed us how to survive the unimaginable. When she lost my dad, she was 46 years old. She had 3 kids. She had never worked outside the home. She had to get up. She had to find a job. She had to mother 2 teenagers and 1 young adult just starting making his way into the world.
My mom did that. She had 4 kids, worked at Burger King, went to college, and raised 4 kids all by herself. So, been down that road.
She took care of her mother, her brother, who had Down syndrome.
I didn't know that her brother had Down syndrome, this guy here. Nancy's brother had Down syndrome.
She invited to come live with us.
And they that lived with them. I didn't know that.
She worked part-time to make ends kind of meet.
She ended up working at the University of Arizona.
She found a way, another job, a job she turned into a full-time job, a job she turned into a career. She had a second life of purpose and meaning. She had a million friends. She stayed strong for us.
Sorry about that.
She was resolute. She was real. She grieved. I remember moments in my childhood and those days after my dad died. She was so strong. But some mornings before dawn, when she thought we were still sleeping, I would hear her crying at my door.
Yes, right, Jessica.
To not be alone in her grief. So she taught me to be strong, but she taught me to be true. My faith is strong and resolute. But I, early on, felt that I heard for one of the very few times.
I raised a daughter alone and did it, no problem. Well, wasn't easy, but I did it. Yeah, it was hot. It was 90 here last week, and now it's the high today was 62. It's freezing out. What's up, Sailhounds? Good to see you.
In my life, I did hear God speak to me. As I said to myself, I can handle anything, God. I can handle anything. I just can't handle not knowing. We can't handle not knowing.
Yeah.
I have to know. And I heard a voice.
Didn't get my walk in today because I was too busy figuring out this damn program CapCut. I finally figured it out though, so it'll be better. The intro will be better later.
Voice. And it
Pit Road Mama. It's not easy, but we do it, right? We do it.
said, you do know where she is. She's with me.
CapCut is the program I use to make the videos. The intro.
She's with me. So whether she is on this earth still, or whether she is in heaven, I know where she is. I know who she's with. But we need to know.
Did you wrestle with your faith throughout this? You're resolute and strong like your mama. But did you, at some point during all of this, have to wrestle with it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm not done.
There's nobody out looking for this woman. There is nobody out looking for this woman. They didn't even look on day 1, day 2. They called off the search. I mean, nobody looked for this poor woman. If that was my mother, I would have searched that whole damn place. I would have done a hell of a lot of searching. That's for damn sure. I wouldn't have just called it off.
But God doesn't tell us not to wrestle with him. This isn't some cheap faith. And my mom taught me that God only requires
Yeah. Oh,
our authentic presence. And that he has.
Dolly looked more than the family did.
But I never doubted. One of my mom's best friend told me that she had been going through a hard time, and she said to my mom, how have you kept your faith all these years? What? Losing your husband, all the different things that my mom had been through. Like, Nancy, how do you keep your faith? And my mom said to her, well, where else would I go? And I hold that with me. But faith is how.
H. Davis, what's up? We lost your YouTube mama. Now we lost your YouTube brother.
I will stay connected to my mom. God is how I'm holding hands with my mom. And I won't let sadness win for her. She taught me. See, I saw her grieve. I saw her world shatter.
What's going on, H. Davis? How you doing?
I saw it. And I saw her get up. And I saw her believe. And I saw her love. And I saw her hope. And I saw her smile. And I saw her laugh. I saw her joy. I saw her love of the world and adventure. I saw her belief. I saw her faith. She taught me.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Been walking 5 miles a day, except for today. I might go out tonight and do 5 miles after this, but I might not.
Taught all of us.
Sheriff, no news, Nanos. Yeah, he ain't doing shit. He's an idiot.
And I may not do it as well as her, but I will do it. I will do it for my kids. I will. I will not fall apart. I will not let whoever did this take my children's mother from them. I will not let them take my joy. They will not take my sister's joy. They will not take my brother's joy. They will not take our love. They will not take our faith. But our anguish is real. We need help. We need someone to tell the truth.
Yes.
I have no anger in my heart. I have hope in my heart. I have love. But this family needs peace.
Yes. Yes.
I don't think we deserve anything more or less than any other person. We don't say, why us, why me, why anything. If I say why me for this horrible thing, then I have to say why me for all the beautiful blessings of my life. Well then, yes, why? I don't know why. I'm grateful for my blessings. And I'm heartbroken for this.
Tommy and Annie might need to tell them that they knew Derek Colella, that he was a friend of theirs, and that he had their number, and that they played in the same venues over a number of years. They had to know each other, Tommy and Derek Colella, secret mutilator. Can't tell me that they didn't know each other, because they did. And if the FBI and the sheriff don't know that, they're idiots, because I know that.
Sorrow.
Yes.
I'm heartbroken.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I am crushed, but I am not abandoned. No, we are not alone. Do we need an answer?
Just
And
a
someone else in
shame.
their power to help.
How you
It's
doing,
never
girl?
too late. And when you do, the warmth of love and forgiveness that will come will be greater than can be imagined. I know what it is to be forgiven.
Yes.
And there is no greater joy.
Yes.
And that joy awaits whoever can hear this and find it in their heart to help.
Yes. You're focusing on people in Tucson. Somebody there must have seen or known something and maybe forgot about it or didn't pay attention to it.
How can someone vanish without a trace?
Yeah. How?
Someone knows something, even if that something is someone's been acting strange for the last 7-8 weeks, even if it's just that. Somebody knows. And maybe
I think I got Porch Guy, and I think I can prove it. And something came out just recently that Donna mentioned that I have queued up. We're going to look at that.
Somebody's afraid. And I understand that. But our hearts are in agony.
Somebody said the 11th and the 1st were some kind of Wiccan or satanic holidays. What does that mean? I haven't looked that up yet. But Just Me 78 says, was the 11th and the 1st a satanic holiday question mark? Good question.
We can't breathe. We can't live. We can't go on.
Right.
We can't be at peace. We can't go forward. We have to know what happened to her.
Yes. You talked about coming back to New York. One of the other enduring images for me was walking into Studio 1A and seeing you there.
Dark scale creatures. Is there any Wiccan holidays that are on the 1st and the 11th of January? The question I got. I thought somebody said it was. Thank you, Messy Jessie. Joyce Bushaw, how you doing, sweetie? Good to see you.
Speaking to everybody, what was it like for you walking back in there?
I really wanted to come and see everybody.
Yeah.
I just love this beautiful place that we call home, where we get to come and be every day. And I know how much people have prayed for me and loved me. All the people that you see on TV, and then all the people that you don't. All the notes and messages that I have received are just so beautiful. I just wanted to be with my family. They're my family too.
You said something when you were there, and you said, I don't know how to come back, and I don't know how not to come back.
Yeah, that's how I feel when I look at the Today Show.
Yeah, the night sky in the 2 videos, one of them is complete blackout, moon not out, completely dark. And the other one is 99% brightness of the moon on January 31st. So January 11th was black, and January 31st was light, according to the moon. It's all right, Jessica. Full moon, yes. Okay, March 20th and 21st. That doesn't have anything to do with it.
Which is, they answered all my dreams, actually better than my dreams.
So how about coming back? I know everyone's wondering.
So it's hard to imagine doing it because it's such a place of joy and lightness, and I can't come back and try to be something that I'm not.
It's going to be back on April 6th, I believe. That's in 7 days or 7 days.
But I can't not come back because it's my family. I think it's part of my purpose right now. I want to smile. And when I do, it will be real. And my joy will be my protest. My joy will be my answer. And being there is joyful. And when it's not, I'll say so. And I have been so grateful to have this family. I consider this my family, my greater family. And when times are hard, you want to be with your family. And I want to be with my family. And so I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I'll belong anymore, but I would like to try. I would like to try.
Who wants your job, Savannah?
And I'm not going to be the same. But maybe it's like that old poem, more beautiful in the broken places.
Christy Chicken Tender. Yeah, I have my back door is unlocked because the deadbolt doesn't have a hole for it to go into. So I have to drill the hole and put the metal part on so the deadbolt locks. Other than that, my doors are locked.
Amen.
But I have protection right by the side of my bed, so I think I'm good. Should we open the phone lines for a little bit? Let's see. Whoops. Okay, the phones are open. Wait, now they're open. If anybody wants to call. Yeah, Lucas will let you know too. Lucas! My dog. Let's go! He's passed out somewhere probably. I took him on a walk earlier. I'm 63 and I forget things too. Another thing to lock your car because someone can use your garage opener. I'm 63 too, Cindy Lou.
Call from Still in Time.
Hello. Hello. MAB
Hey,
Investigates.
Mab.
Who are you and where are you calling from?
This is Killing Time for Nebraska.
How you doing, darling?
I wanted to say hi after all these years. I haven't ever talked to you, and I wanted to say you're doing great on your channel.
Thanks. I've seen you for a long time.
A long time we've been together on this channel watching each other. So I'm missing Tony already.
Aw. Yeah.
Anyway, I think that the homeless people are going to be an answer to the Nancy case. I think if Jim just keeps putting flyers out, a lot of street people talk, and I think eventually somebody will say something to the wrong person.
In fact, we got a video coming up that features two backpack guys that called in a station because he was getting sick of being called a woman. Porch guy, they were saying it's a woman, and he called and said, "I'm not a woman," and he left coordinates on the.
Yep.
Yeah,
Eventually somebody's going to talk. It's just going to take you, and it's not going to be about the money. It's just going to be the right person gossiping to the right person that makes somebody mad.
yeah. I think I know who it is.
Once they get a hold of that body, then they'll solve the case. But they're going to have to find her body to figure out what else happened.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't some family connection.
I don't think there's gonna be one. There is one with Derek Colella because
Yeah,
he and Tommaso have been playing in the same venues for years
I think that's odd.
in Tucson.
I mean, think about how many people you know. Would anybody that you know from your past do that to your mother if you were rich and famous? I don't think I know anybody like that. And I know some pretty shady people.
Well, one friend of mine is a murderer. Well, actually, two. I actually had to fly one of my friends to Hawaii because he accidentally killed some guy.
Yeah, I went to take my niece to get her eyes, have surgery on her eyes, RK surgery back in the 90s, and we got involved in a double murder case. It was quite the ordeal.
Damn.
Yeah, we went to see a friend of ours, the only person we knew in a town of 400,000 people. And when we got home, the cops came to pick us up because they had measured our tires on our car. They were blaming him for killing his sister and his nephew.
Because of his tires?
No, we had taken him to the sister's house.
Oh.
And then we picked up the sister, and then we went to the liquor store. It was a whole ordeal. He ended up spending 2 years in jail waiting for trial, and he ended up getting out of it. No, they never did find out who did it.
Wow. That's crazy.
Her and her 4-year-old son were murdered in their house.
That's awful.
It is. And we went to work. We was working at the state hospital, and we went to work on our night shift, and the newspaper came out like it does every morning, and we were reading it, and there's our names, and we're like, oh my God.
No.
It was kind of embarrassing.
Yeah. That's
But
great.
I appreciate you taking my call, and I'll let somebody else call in. I just wanted to say that I'm glad you're building your channel. I need something new to watch.
All right. Well, thanks for calling, Killing Time.
Good luck on your channel, Mab. Bye-bye.
Bye. There you go, Killing Time. We're not getting into the JLR scenario. That's his personal thing, and we don't do other creators and shit like that. It's unfortunate, but anybody else want to call before we start our next video? I gotta figure out how to keep the phones up and watch videos at the same time. I don't know if I can do that or not. You'll be 63 in October. I'll be 64 in November. Yeah, amen. Hey, Bogey, you were telling me something the other day to go watch the interview room about something about Wiccan holidays or something. What was that about? Because I remember you saying something like that. I was watching the interview room earlier tonight, but January 11th and the 31st are Wiccan holidays. Let me just ask ChatGPT real quick. Wiccan holidays. October 31st, Wiccan New Year, time of spirits, ancestors, and reflection. Similar timing to Halloween. Yule, which is winter solstice, December 21st. Mbolek is February 1st. All right, that's the day Nancy went missing. And then we have, I don't see January anywhere. March 20th, May 1st, June 21st, August 1st, September 21st. So February 1st is, but not January 11th. You're going to be 40, Davis. H. Davis. Dang. Dr. Gary mentioned those dates. He had them wrong. Anybody else want to call before we start the other video? The numbers right there flying around the deal there. $65 on October 14th. Okay, here comes a crazy video. From Doug Northport again. And it's the guy, I think, it's the guy too. You're going to be 64 November too? Mine's November 25th. Oh, I'm getting ready to tear my yard up this week. 69 in November. 65 in October. We're a bunch of old people. I feel like I'm like 35 though. I still work like I'm 25. I still feel young. My face kind of hurts, but other than that, oh, I feel pretty good. Turtle Island winner. I got the belt. You see the belt, H. Davis? Keisha's 47. She's some young blood there. November 2nd and 3rd. I'm a Sagittarius. You saw the belt? It's cool. All right, since nobody's calling, okay, I'll give you another minute to call, and then at 8:30, there we go. Hello, who are you? Where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Jessica.
Jessica. What's going on, Jessica?
I can't hardly hear you.
You can't hear me? Hello?
No. Hold on. I got you all the way up.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I can't hardly hear you. Hold on, let me go get my other earbud. I got new earbuds today, so just a second.
Ah.
They're like really muffled.
Am I muffled? Because
No, you're not. Hold on. No, you're not. Like you were for a second.
my volume is all the way up.
Oh, there you go. There you are. You talked louder that time.
My volume is all the way up.
Okay. I'm gonna put my other earbud in too. I got new earbuds today.
What's going on, Jessica?
Oh, I could not hardly watch that video.
Why?
That was so like fake.
Fake? Yeah, it was
Sorry.
pretty much 38. You're a youngster.
Me?
No, I'm talking about dark scale creatures is 38.
Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you. Did you see what I said in the chat? My mom just turned 64 on March 21st.
How old are you?
Me? I'll be 48 on April 19th.
40?
I'll be 48. She had me when she was 16, Mab.
48, and she's 50 something.
She just turned 64.
64. Okay. My dad's 87 and I'm 63, so
Yeah, my grandpa, her dad, is 84. He'll be 84 in November.
my dad was 24 when he had me.
Yeah.
And my mom's
So, yeah,
24 as well.
you're my mom's age, Mab. So I knew we had a connection for a reason.
My mom's
I keep
87.
saying brother from another mother, but it's more like mama or daddy from another something.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so yeah, it was really hard for me to watch that with Savannah.
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, I know a lot of other people
probably feel the same way I do. I mean, if you really, really felt that way about your mom, why weren't you out there searching for her? Why did you not say, I want a search party?
Yeah, why did you not organize the biggest ass search party in the history of search parties?
Yeah, still not to this day, you're not.
Yeah, Dolly searched more than she did.
Yeah, I mean, we've done more than anybody. I mean, YouTubers have done more than anybody else, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, they have. And then we get run off by Nanos and the Karens over there.
Yeah, yeah, I don't understand it. I don't. I mean, and then we're being accused of being sued because we're running different leads or different avenues. Isn't that what the police do?
Yeah, we're all just being sleuths and trying to find out what the hell happened.
I mean, just because we're bringing news to somebody that went missing, that obviously brought a lot of people together for the greater good, is what I feel.
So,
I
Jen,
mean, that's the way I feel about it. Do you feel differently, Matt?
what?
That maybe she brought people together for the greater good in some ways?
Yeah, I believe everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. But they're looking at it like, it's a bad thing that they want to push us all away.
Yeah, well, they might have MAB in Tucson before long.
Well, you'll have my support.
Good.
You'll have my support as much as I can, Mab. And I think you got a lot of people behind you in this channel too.
Cool.
You got
This next
Patriot Pride got my support. You got my support. So whatever you need,
video.
whatever I can afford. I've been blessed. I want to tell everybody in the chat about something that happened to my family.
Oh, sorry.
Uh,
Okay, go ahead.
so we have our energy company. It's called Consumers Energy.
Yeah.
And we had an inspection done on our home on February the 3rd.
Yeah.
They came in and gave us a bunch of light bulbs and stuff,
Those LEDs.
like LED light bulbs and stuff just for energy efficient.
Yeah.
And my house was built in 1972, Mab.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband is a disabled veteran.
Yeah.
And the gentleman looked at our furnace, he looked at our air conditioner, and he looked at the attic, and he put us on a list.
For insulation.
We are getting a new furnace, we are getting a new air conditioner, and we are getting new insulation for our entire home.
Wow.
And a friend of mine put us on a list for new roof and new gutters because our house was damaged in a windstorm last year.
Yeah.
So God is good, and God is going to find Nancy, and things are happening, and God is good, and I want everyone to just continue to pray that we will find Nancy. And
Yeah.
these are trials and tribulations that we are going through, everyone, and I just know that everything happens for a reason.
Yep.
And like Matt said, we all found each other for a reason, and I just want everybody to continue to pray that we're going to find her. And that's what I wanted to say tonight.
All right.
So, thank you, Matt, for everything you've done for me and praying for me. And I don't know why I found you guys, but I did. And I'm going to continue to support you and Adam and everything you guys do, because you two have been amazing to me.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. And I'll keep being here for a mod for you as long as you need me.
All right, Jessica. Appreciate it.
Yep. Have a great night, and I'll be on the channel listening.
Peace.
Bye.
There it is, Jessica Worth. Okay, we got another video to get into. It's breaking news. Turn the phones off for a second. And then we're going to go to this one. My browser is what? Hold on. Freaking mouse doesn't want to work right. All right. This is this guy right here. No sound, huh? It says my browser wasn't connected for sound. Hold. Let's remove it. We'll try that again. Oh boy. Let's see if you have sound now.
Ripped the doorbell off is a girl.
Do you hear that?
Location, what you think? Give me clues where you think things could happen. And the people were saying, "Oh, it's a girl. That's a girl." The guy at the person at the doorbell with that ripped the doorbell off is a girl. Well, that guy I just showed you is Ronald Lopez.
Ronald Lopez. I think I got my man.
He was watching this.
Let me write that down. Ronald Lopez.
And he got very upset. So he writes on there. He didn't want anyone accusing the person of being a female. Here it is.
Hi, Ronald. You got an actual GPS here?
Ronald Aaron Lopez. And this is the coordinates. It says I'm not a female. Porch guy.
Thank you very much. Okay, let me write this down. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Is there anything else you can tell me about it? What am I looking for here? Thank you very much. Okay.
The guy you see on my thumbnail is this guy.
I appreciate that. One of my mods, can you please screenshot that? Uh-huh. Okay. You guys got that? Screenshot that for me, please.
Strange, he didn't like anyone saying he was a female. So this here is sleuth intuition. He had someone watching that told him about it, and then he got on and told her. So he got on here and
Okay, so the
they
coordinates that
looked
were
up
placed
that
lead
location,
back to
and
the
it's a
Blair
homeless shelter up in
Homeless shelter.
Coalition for
Washington.
the homeless.
So he's trying to say that he's up in Washington.
Is this where this guy was?
But you're going to see there's a lot more to this. There's a lot more to this. I think that was to throw people off, saying that he was up in Washington. But there's so much more to this. It all ties together. You got to see this. Remember the Kia that they saw on the camera? Remember this guy?
There's my guy right there.
At the garbage cans with the 2 backpacks? Do you remember the Kia? If you look way back to the left there, you see that white Kia? And you notice his backpack is bloody. Do you see that? Everyone.
Well, if we got a troll in here, we're going to be watching. If there's any trolls in here. There ain't no trolls. There better not damn there be a troll in here. Whoa. What happened? I got to get rid of this thing that swoops my screen down.
Says, oh no, it could be ketchup, it could be tomato sauce, it could be hot sauce. Oh, it's not blood. Well, it sure looks like blood to me. But wait till you see how this ties together. It's incredible. I have been searching to find this address, where this is at, for a long time. But Ronald Lopez ties it together. I'm looking here. I'm going, okay, let's put this together. You got the Kia, you got the bloody backpack, you got this guy right around the time where Nancy went missing, in the same town, 5 miles away. And let's look at this. So what I did is I started researching the name to find out where he lives. We found Florida, we found New Jersey, we found Washington, but I kept looking to find out where this scene was right here. And I found this is a map someone put up, but wouldn't give the exact address. So I'm just going, something's not right. So I got on and I looked up every Ronald Lopez there is. Every single one. I'm trying to find a clue that ties this all together. And you're not going to believe this. I found a Ronald Lopez that's older, maybe a older brother, maybe a parent, maybe a father. And you know where they were? You know where the person lives? Right inside the circle. Inside the circle.
This is Doug.
He has ties here. And it
Doug Live Northport. This is who's talking.
Also said that he goes to Mexico. This guy got pissed that they said it was a female. I'm not a female. He didn't say the guy's not a female. He said, I'm not a female. He slipped up. He made a mistake, a huge mistake. That is like a confession. Look at this. I want to show you something. See the neck? Look at how, see how his neck has always, day or night, has always got something around it. See this? Look at this. He's always got something around his neck. Very strange, very familiar. Let's look at another photo. Let's see if it continues. Gee, look at it does. Look at the black around his neck. He's always got like a filler there, always covering the neck. I've never seen anyone in my life. Here's another one.
This guy never shows his neck at all. Doug is good. He's got the same guy I got.
Never seen that in my entire life where somebody always has that on, covering their neck. I don't know if he's covering, hiding something. Here's another one. Oh, wow. This isn't just familiar. This just isn't a coincidence. Here's another one. Boy, what a coincidence. So let's look at the, oh, here's another, wait a minute. Here's another one. Wow. That's very normal. Everyone wears a double. Oh, look at here. The guy with the backpacks. Oh, he had a black necky on. Look at that. I don't know if it's a hoodie, what it is underneath there. Here's at the scene of the front door. The guy is walking away. You can see the hoodie right there on his neck.
That's the same one.
Look at here. Look at how his neck's all swollen underneath of there. He's got something under there against his.
Let me check and see if my pictures of this guy in the car also have a neck cover. Yep. Okay. All right, it's the same guy.
His neck and this one too, under his mask and his shirt. I'm not going to go through and show every one of these because there's over 54 pages of text messages he's copied about calling bomb threats into 911, talking about death, talking about people ending their lives, talking about kidnapping.
This guy's a nut.
I mean, this goes on, and this is like 4 or 5 years ago. He has this. I'm just showing the facts. This is what he has printed on his social media. He's got.
Look at this guy. Who does that? Takes a picture of himself.
Got this. What is this? Who does something like this? If this, I mean, I'm not saying one flew over the cuckoo's nest, but I mean, this stuff is scary. This stuff is scary. You've got to put it together yourself. I'm not going to accuse anybody of anything, but you look at it and put it together. That's your decision. I'm just here to show you what he did, what he said. He said, I'm not a female.
Now, Sleuth Intuition did a video on this that I have. I don't have time to play it all, but I'm going to get off after this video, but I'm going to show you what I did to get this guy's picture.
They were talking about the suspect at the door. I'm just going to show you. I'm going to replay all the stuff before the timeline. So people that haven't seen my channel and haven't seen this stuff, this is the timeline of the Nancy Guthrie case. Nancy Guthrie was taken from her home February 1st, 2026. If you have any information about who did this, please call the police department or the FBI. She has a great time. They give her a ride back. And at 9:48, they get back. They open the garage door and she goes in.
Yeah. So Tommaso runs into the garage while she's walking into the house. As she hits the button, he runs into the house and then he props the doors open on the way out, gets in his car and drives home.
2 minutes later, 9:50.
Allegedly. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty.
The garage door closes. It's really dark out. Actually, it's darker than this photo. This photo was lit up just so you could see the house. And see that dark entrance?
Could be sin.
That's where we'll have a problem in a few minutes. Nancy's sleeping. It's now 1:47 a.m. and someone's at her front door. I don't know how he didn't know to block himself with a towel or a cardboard or something coming up to the Nest doorbell camera. You would think he must not be professional. He goes out and rips flowers out of the ground to try to block the camera. He must not think the night vision can see him right now. And he's got to get up close with the flowers, which makes no sense. If he planned this out, he should have had something, turned his head back and walked up with his hand, just like that, but far away with his head turned. He should have been prepared. Obviously, he wasn't prepared.
I should have a piece of black electrical tape and just taped it over the camera like I would have done. If she can't walk as much as Savannah says, then Tommy probably walked her in the house and shut the door behind him, hence 2 minutes. She can walk 150 yards. She can walk from his car into the house. And he could have, as she's walking into the house, he could have went into the garage as she hit the button to close the garage door. And then he could have waited 10 or 15 minutes till she took her medication at 10 o'clock and went to bed, and then went out the back door and propped it open, or doors, and then went home.
Prepared. I don't think this guy knows what he's doing. And notice how he tilts sideways. And notice the shape of the backpack. Someone said when he reaches up, you can see a tattoo on his arm, but
I saw that he does have a tattoo.
that's stretching it, if you ask me.
So if he has keys, then he could have opened the front door and then locked it behind himself. I don't know why there's blood in the foyer and the porch. Yes, of course they have keys to the house.
But you'll see the shape of his backpack. It almost looks like there's another backpack in there. 2 a.m. Her pacemaker spikes. She must have been startled by something. The reason we know this is because she had it connected to her phone. So as soon as this monitor shows an increase in the heart rate, it sends a signal to the phone. The phone is linked to this device unless you get too far away.
Right, Jay? This case boggles my mind too, but I think we have the right guy. This guy, Ronald Aaron Lopez.
Now 2:12 a.m. Another camera, I'm not sure if it's this one or another one, detects a motion. So it actually goes off, but there's no image. I don't know if they're going to be able to get that image. I think they're trying to. Now 2:28. The pacemaker that was communicating with her phone has disconnected. She is too far away for her pacemaker to send a signal to her phone. That means she has left the area and her phone is not with her. So her phone is in the house and she's not. That's what it means when the link between the two devices disconnects. 2:26 a.m. A few miles from Nancy's house, a car races by. With the timing is perfect from when he left to that house. The distance and the time pretty much tells us this is the car that left the house.
Kia Soul, white one.
And you'll see it right here. It's actually a Kia Soul, a white Kia Soul. You'll see it go by fast, and then I'm going to slow it down. Then I'm going to stop it. It's hard to see. Right here, it's a Kia Soul. That's a white Kia Soul. And you know what? We need to remember this, the white Kia Soul. Okay, we had to look this up to see if Ring cameras can actually be off. And it says, yeah, they could be off an hour or several hours.
Showing UTC or running several hours ahead or behind. While the event history list may show correct time, the video playback itself can have an incorrect timestamp due to software glitches. So, because this guy was cleared because of the timestamp on the Ring camera, that timestamp could have been off by an hour, and if it was, this guy's not cleared.
And with the time zone changing around this time, it could be screwed up, even though Arizona does not change back and forth, the time zone. But it's very crucial because this
was taken with the Ring camera. This particular video here was taken with the Ring camera.
actually, this guy was ruled out. He was actually ruled out because the time says 1:52 a.m. Or actually, this started at 1:52 a.m. So they're saying there's no way he could have been there. But if you add an hour, it's 2:52 a.m. and it would make it perfect timing for him to drive the 5 miles from her house to that backyard right there. Perfect timing. Okay, this guy was seen trying to get into someone's backyard. Originally, people said, oh, he was cleared. That's his house. Not true. Somebody wrote in, put the Ring camera video on, and said this guy was trying to break into my backyard. So the mathematically at 2:52, it makes sense 100%. This whole thing ties together. This ties together when you add that hour, exact timing. So here we have him walking up, 2 backpacks.
Takes a flashlight out of his mouth right there.
He looked like he took a flashlight out of his mouth, put it in the other hand, put something in his pocket. Maybe it was a flashlight that was in his mouth. Doesn't want to open the gate. See how he look at, he tilts sideways just like that.
He's going to put that flashlight back in his mouth on his way out. You watch.
The guy trying to get on the right side of the gate. Now he's trying to get on the left side. He has no idea how to open that gate. It's not his house. People said it's his house. It's not his house.
Right back into the mouth right there. You just put the bite light back in his mouth.
Couldn't get in. Put something back in his mouth. I don't know if it's, or took the flashlight out maybe.
He's headed right towards a white Kia Soul.
Maybe he had the flashlight out so he could see in the backyard. Maybe he had the flashlight in his
flashlight out.
Mouth.
Right there?
Maybe he put it in there. I don't know. Because it's dark in the backyard.
Maybe he did put it in right.
But this is the video we played earlier. I'm not going to explain the pocket. If you want to see the details, go to my last video. And you'll see the pocket sticking out. It looks like there's a gun in there. It's not a water bottle in his pocket. I took a close-up photo. And here's the bombshell evidence. Look to the left back there, way back there. You can't even hardly see it till you zoom in. This is what I missed. It's a Kia Soul. A Kia Soul is way off to the left. A white Kia Soul. Do you see it back there? I don't know if you can see it in this clip. But what I'm going to do is I'll just zoom it in so you guys get an idea. You know what a Kia Soul looks like. Here it is. That's in the background there to the left. The car that was seen leaving the house. The Kia Soul. That's it.
Right
there.
Soul right there.
Here's another shot. I changed the angle. That's the Kia Soul. That's a Kia Soul right there. If you think, like Nancy Grace says, there is no coincidence in crime. Okay, this is something we have no idea why he was lifting the backpack up over. I have no idea. But you can see it looks like there's a gun in his pant pocket, something really big. We're just trying to figure this stuff out. And this next thing, what started this, I never even figured this out. Someone wrote me and said, hey, if you look at your photo, he sent me the photo that I had of the what people said was a water bottle right here. That doesn't look like a water bottle. But anyway, he said, look at the sleeve. It looks like there's blood smeared on the sleeve. And maybe on the hand there. Like that inside pouch was bloody and it was leaking on his hand.
Looks like he's got something tied up in a white bag right here. The little white bag tied with this blue thing.
And I was like, oh my God. Oh, I think you're right. And then I started thinking, remember when I said, oh, there's red? It looks like there's red. I said, I don't know if that's blood on his hand. On this shot right here. Remember when I said that? That looks like blood. It actually does. And this isn't the bombshell. That's the bombshell's coming up. But the next, remember I played this and I got another photo right here, another angle, and it looks like blood also. And I'm putting the two together. So I start searching through the video, trying to look at stuff closer, kind of like when we saw the Kia later. We didn't know the Kia was there for what, a week? This is graphic content. It might be disturbing to some people. Turn it off or leave the room if you don't want to watch this. It does involve blood. This is what we never thought that this was after. That's why I never thought the red stuff was blood. I thought this was before it happened. But if you add an hour to it, it's exactly perfect timing. And now I understand why it was red. Is that blood?
Look. Yeah.
Look at that coming out of the side of the backpack. Oh my God. This is terrible news. I don't even want this to be true. This is not what we wanted to hear. We didn't want to see this. We didn't want to think about this. But we've got to face the fact that it looks like the whole top is squirting out. It doesn't look like, it's not ketchup or it's not paint.
Could be a red
It's
logo.
It's terrible. I almost wish I wouldn't have noticed this, but because it kind of changed, it might change things now of what we're thinking, because we were all praying she was alive. It's always been wrong. Probably, what is it? Not like 15 years. It's always been wrong, and it's wrong right now. I'm looking at it right now. So you almost have to throw that out. But time-wise, if you add an hour to that, it's perfect timing for him to leave there and get to here. This is downtown. It's 5 miles from her house. And he's trying to get into the backyard. We don't know what he's doing. This isn't good news. But is that blood? You tell me. Am I imagining this? Recognize him. Even though it's blurry, someone knows who that is. And he had a goatee. And who shaves their head? So now we're at the house and the cops are there. Pima County Sheriff's Department is there. The media's there. And I'm talking, the media is swarming up and down the street. We got the FBI there. The FBI came a few days later, and actually, I think they should have had the tape up longer. Many neighbors have come and left signs. They left flowers. We've had people.
Who's this guy?
Kidnapping. I don't get it. This is at 3 a.m. This is just a block away from her house, and this guy's got this backpack with the reflector, very similar clothes, and his back, he's got something sticking out about 2 feet, and you hear clunking. These sounds like pots and pans. What is this?
That's bizarre.
Called in and reported the homeowner, so it can't be him.
What is this?
It just doesn't make sense. We need to get somebody on this. Have the police looked into this? I don't know what they've seen or what they haven't. This just makes no sense. I don't get it. Why is his coat sticking out 2 feet? Now the Pima County Sheriff stay at the house all night long to keep it protected. They have for a month, and I think they just stopped doing it. I think it was yesterday. Lots of community support here. Hundreds of people have signed this. This is out in front of the news station. Now, this is the current photo. What the Homeowners Association did to get rid of everybody, they went to the police department and they put an order within 2 miles of this house. No one can park, even in the right of way. They just, because the Homeowners Association, not everybody around here is in the association either. Some people refuse to honor it. And, there's just some Karens. I don't know what they look like, who they are, but there's some Karens that caused this, that went and complained to everybody, and they put up signs saying to leave and get out of here. I feel like they don't care about Nancy. You know what? Some of these neighbors refuse to give the police their videos, their security cameras, so they couldn't even look to see if they have extra footage to find out who this is. Wouldn't even help out. And some of these Karens, they're making this a cold case by pushing everyone out and get out of here. If it was Karen that was kidnapped, she would definitely want someone to look. And if it was her mother, she would want the media to stay there. I can guarantee it, because I know I would. Listen, if the person that did this is listening, please let her go. The family needs her back. And if it's not possible, if you can't do that, you could at least tell the family. Questions asked, and you don't have to meet with them. No questions asked. Turn them in.
All right. Now let me show you what I have. Okay, this guy is the guy that Dad's Gone Wild. Dad's Gone Live caught this guy driving around with this freaking broken ass sliding thing off of a slider or a window frame or something on his roof. All right. I blew it up to this. And then what did I do? What happened? Hold on. Then this is the guy, the two backpack guy. Notice the bulges in the nose. I'm not sure this is the Ronald guy, but this is the guy that was at the, either they're brothers or they're the same guy. He shaved his head in this one. And he's grown his hair out in this one. So, all right, if you go to my channel, let's just do that. We'll go to my channel. You see, this is my channel right here, and this is my post. This guy. I took these guys, I had ChatGPT make a frontal view, and that's what I got. I may do it again just to see if it's the same. I made this live right here that we're watching. It's the same guy that I put a mask on. Anyway. Do we have 2,500 yet? We need 39 more subs. So if you're not subbed up, sub up. We're almost to 2,500. All right. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm going to run that through tomorrow, Jessica. So if I end the stream, my outro should play. I got 264 subs. Let's hit 2,500. Yeah. All right, you guys. MAB out. Let's see if it'll play my. Yeah, it will. Play outro. Peace out, y'all. I'm going to go over to Dolly, see what he's doing.